Hey guys, how are you two doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Why'd you just give me that look about ceiling posters? I will never let you
She
have
won't let me
ceiling
have
posters.
ceiling posters.
Yeah.
So,
Hi.
how did you two get involved on the Wrath of Becky?
So we had known the producers at Boulder Light for a few years, and we had been trying to find something that we could do together. And they came to us one quiet evening in December and said, you guys wouldn't be interested in doing a sequel to that 2020 Becky movie that we did, would you? We said yes immediately. And there were a couple reasons why. One, we loved the idea of doing a sequel to Becky, and upon watching the film, we saw the potential for sequels to that film, and ideas for where we could take the character. But I think the thing that initially got us to say yes was getting to work with Boulder Light, JD, Rafi, and Tracy there, and Lulu Wilson. When Lulu was shooting the first Becky, we were actually neighbors with the Wilson family.
Mm-hmm.
So when she went off to shoot it, we knew all about it. And when it came out, we knew about it. And we love Lulu and we love her family. And we were like, God, it'd be really fun to work with her. She's a really good actress and she's so committed and she's so fun. And so it really had a lot to do with the team behind the project that initially piqued our interest.
Right, and how was it working with Lulu? Because she's so like courageous and brave with her performance in the Becky films. It's almost like watching Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool, almost the way she handles and carries the film with such sass and.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's there is no Becky without Lulu. I mean, that's an obvious statement, but it's very true. Like, I don't even think. I mean, obviously the character existed before they cast her in the first one, but it almost feels like the two of them, like the movie was created exactly for Lulu. And she is so committed, like Matt said, and like did so many of the stunts on her own, was like more blood, put more blood on me. She's one of a kind.
Yeah, I think every once in a while you get a role like that where there's just like one person meant to play that role.
Yeah.
And if you know Lulu Wilson in person, you're like,
oh, she's
you
Becky.
were the only one who was going to play Becky.
Yeah.
Like that was meant to be.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, when you watch Becky, the first one, you had huge shoes to fill with Kevin James in the first one because he just floored just about everybody away with his performance, right? Yeah. I mean, even my dad, who hates Kevin James and like the whole Adam Sandler clique, but he was like, man, Kevin James is really doing something here that is just absolutely brilliant. And you guys got Sean William Scott to kind of be that Kevin James character in this one. So how was it like landing him?
I mean, it was a dream. You kind of have, director Spidey sense about some things. And we just knew there was darkness brewing in Sean William Scott, darkness.
Our first meeting with him was really, it was quite incredible because most people know Sean William Scott as a comedic actor. I think it was kind of an unspoken thing that we were going to use the same device from the first film and try and cast a actor primarily known for their comedic tendencies in a dark role. It was something that really worked so well with Kevin James in the first Becky. So that was a given. But when we met Sean William Scott for the first time to discuss the character, he brought so much to the table, so many ideas for how to really ground this character and make him such a threatening force. And, we're ripping a lot from the headlines here and we're making a satirical movie about a very real thing that's going on in our climate today and in our world. And so to have an actor who can, regardless of whether they're known for comedy or not, show up and ground that character in a very real space, and to do it in a way that felt like a different villain from the first film because he's so quiet and calculated and there's so much going on behind his eyes. I mean, it was very exciting for us. It was a dream. Working with him as a dream. Yeah. He came to play and he gave every ounce of himself to this role. And it was just wonderful. And so the moment he opened his mouth with ideas about what he wanted to do for Daryl Jr., we were like, oh, that's it.
Done.
And when you guys were directing the film, How much fun did you guys have on set? Because all this blood and gore that you guys had to use, that had to be fun. Figuring out ways to kind of use it in practical effects, or however you used it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a blast because like you can't have too much blood in a movie like this. You know, it's a low budget film, so it's always stressful when you don't have much time and you're doing practical blood gags. But our team, our special effects team, our makeup artists were just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we just had a blast. We, you know, like there's people just spraying Lulu off camera with blood and she's just like a banshee. It's just, we were behind the monitor like
every day was truly a dream.
Yeah.
The team we got to work with and the support we had from the producers, bottom to top, like it was a dream. And Brian Spears, who was our makeup effects artist, this guy works on huge TV shows. He does all the Marvel shows. He does he does big stuff, and he does these small projects because he loves what he does and he wants to show up and have fun. And Brian Spears was a gift to this project. He was wonderful, as was Brian Shuley, who was our special effects guy. I mean, it was a great team. And so, yeah, it was a lot of fun every single day. I miss it.
Yeah.
And you know, the first Becky kind of revitalized the drive-in experience as well when it first released. So how does it feel to know that Quiver Distribution is also releasing this exclusively in theaters as well?
It's a dream.
It's a dream. We've never had,
we've never had a movie in theaters before.
This is our third film. We've had 2 films on streaming on Netflix. And we're so fortunate to have had those experiences with those 2 films, but to get to do a film that we get to go to a theater and see. And we actually just got an email. They've started releasing showtimes at drive-ins where it's paired with Fast X.
Oh,
like,
wow.
He's going to be buying tickets to Fast. I got the email with showtimes yesterday where you can go see a double feature of Fast X and Wrath of Becky at this drive-in. And I'm like, what is this? This is great.
She doesn't know, but she's part of the family.
Part of the family.
Right. I was going to say it's family-oriented stuff, right? I mean...
That's right.
So it's a dream. It's very, very exciting.
You know, and that's kind of sad because the drive-in that I went to go see a couple films in that's permanently closed. So it's good to know that a few drive-ins are still open.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. I don't want drive-ins to go anywhere. I loved their resurgence during COVID. I hope
it's a good summer activity.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, I don't know if you're gonna bring the whole family to see Wrath of Becky, but maybe like half the family.
Yeah.
The older half. Yeah.
What are you 2 looking forward to the most of people getting out in the Wrath of Becky?
I think maybe some catharsis. You know, I mean, it should be a fun viewing experience. The America and the world has gone through a lot in 3 years. And I mean,
7 years.
7 years, 7 shit. I was thinking about COVID. Yeah. And we just kind of deserve to go to a movie theater and watch Becky run around and kill some real shit bags.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And of course, we know Lulu Wilson is in it again and Sean William Scott is in it. But what is one performance that you would really like audience members to look out for?
Aaron Della
Villa.
He plays DJ.
Yeah. He's one of the noblemen. He's one of the younger noblemen of the bunch. This guy is such a
keep your eye on
He's such
him.
a star.
Yeah. He can do anything.
He's not going anywhere anytime soon. He'll be around forever. So he seems to be an audience favorite, and rightfully so. It's very fun performance, and he's fantastic.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today at Infamous Horror and Infamous Interviews. It's been fun, and congratulations on the Wrath of Becky.
Thank you so much, AJ.
Thanks.